welcome to the Northeast Tacoma Kindergarten Information Night. My name is Christiana Devenuti. I'm the school principal. Teachers from top to bottom, it looks like Luce, Tom, and Connie. Do you want to do some quick introductions?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Tom Kind. I'm kindergarten teacher at Northeast Tacoma. I've been there since 2007, and I love teaching kinders, and I'm looking forward to meeting some of you.
And I'm Connie Hunter. I teach kindergarten also, of course, that's what we're doing. And I've taught kindergarten for over 30 years since 2007 at Northeast Tacoma. And it's been fun, and they're always energetic and so full of life and ready to learn. And they're just wonderful little human beings that I love working with. I'm looking forward to working with your children.
And hi, I'm Miss Luce Flores. I've been teaching for 5 years, and I started working in Northeast Tacoma Elementary this year. So this is my first year in Tacoma, Northeast Tacoma Elementary, and I am so excited about teaching kindergarten. I can't wait to meet everybody in the fall.
All right, so that's us, your presenters this evening. Our agenda tonight is to go over some academics in kindergarten, the way that we will communicate with families going forward, the school culture at Northeast Tacoma, how you might volunteer in our building, the Beyond the Bell program, and of course, time for any questions that you may have. Choice enrollment is an application for our non-neighborhood students only. If you live within our neighborhood, then you will apply to the school as you normally do with registration. But our choice enrollment applications for kindergarten are due March 18th. And that's again, for any students that are living outside of our immediate Northeast Tacoma area, but any students that are living outside of the Tacoma Public Schools boundaries, such as a different school district, then you will have a different process altogether. Academics, teachers, does anybody want to touch that slide?
Connie, you're muted.
Yes, I can touch this slide. Math, we are using iReady right now. We have group work in the class every day, and then we also have on computer that we use online to do lessons. They take an iReady test in January and then again in the spring. It helps us drive our data to know what we need to teach or reteach. We also use Lucy Calkins phonics. And we start with the alphabet. They work on consonants, then we work on vowels, and we work on blending and segmenting. We also do small group reading where we use Flying Start Literacy. They're leveled reading books that we use all the skills that we learned from Lucy Calkins, and we practice those in that. We also do reading and writing from Schoolwide. It's an online program that we use literacy to teach how to read. What are the features of reading nonfiction books and fiction books? What does writing look like when you're doing how to or all narrative or nonfiction writing? So just lots of different ideas. It's basic, but kids get the idea what it's supposed to look like for reading and writing and what authors and illustrators do. Science, we use Mystery Science and do lessons on the computer, but we also do activities in the classroom with that. Right now we're working on force and motion, so push and pull. And we also work with SEL, social emotional learning. We do zones of regulation, and our curriculum is getting along together. So we have lots that we do during the school year, integrating it, and we have a fun time. We also do singing and dancing, moving, art. We do a lot of drawing. Kids are always busy, and they enjoy school. So, but they probably tell you that one of their favorite things is still recess. So, whether academics or not, recess is always the favorite.
Which is key to kindergarten and socialization and how to get along and lining up and following directions.
Yes.
As Mrs. Hunter said, there are lots and lots of pieces and snippets of curriculum that are used throughout each day, throughout each week, throughout the school year. So all of this isn't going to be tackled in the first week. Obviously, kindergarten is primarily about scaffolding and building upon the very basic skills all the way through the end of the year where they're ready for first grade. And Ms. Hunter also touched upon the fact that we have a lot of integration for computers and programs that we use within the building. And that has primarily been one of those things that has come out of COVID, because we are now a one-to-one school district, and that's from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. And one-to-one means that every student is provided a computer by the district, a laptop by the district. And that way they have access both at school and out of school, though for the most part, kindergarten keeps their laptops within the school so that our littlest ones don't have to travel back and forth with them. However, it is a wonderful tool to expand upon the teachers teaching within the classroom, and also makes it a bit easier if for some reason students have to miss class time. They can stay connected with their teacher. They can stay connected to some of the lessons that they might be missing if they were to take an extended leave for any reason. All right, moving into our community. Oh, sorry, Mr. Kind, you're muted.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, one more thing.
Yes.
All our students have music, library, and PE. So it's even kinders do that a couple times a week each. So that's something they always look forward to. Yes,
definitely. On to the way that we communicate with families. So I have placed the kindergarten teachers work emails up here for everybody, but also weekly you will get recorded calls and or emails and texts from me giving updates both from our building and also from the school district itself. Wednesdays are our late start, so usually you'll get a recorded call from me on Tuesday evening. Ours just came through. That reminds everybody that tomorrow is late start, and late start Wednesdays are so that our teachers have the opportunity to work together in their professional learning communities, to work together in building the curriculum that they use with your students, looking at your students' work, building assessments around the lessons that they have taught, assessing the work that your students have done together, creating rubrics so that they can collectively grade similarly to one another. And it gives me the opportunity once a month to work with them and do school-wide professional development on whatever track that we are focusing on. So always the late start Wednesday, every single Wednesday. And then we also use Schoology, not so much in kindergarten anymore now that we're not home-based learning, but Schoology is a tool that is being used throughout the district as a way for teachers to post work if school has been closed for whatever reason or students are out for extended time. It's also a way for grading and parents to just kind of keep track of where their students are. But again, that's not really a tool that's being used too frequently in our kindergarten classrooms anymore now that we are back to full-time instruction in the classroom. And then of course, also as a district, we use the family app. So any COVID related information that you'll need is on there. A lot of the before and after school program information and applications are on the family app as well. So those are the primary ways that we'll communicate with you, but also I know that our kindergarten teachers send home weekly newsletters or monthly newsletters to indicate what is being learned in the classroom, looking ahead, things that are coming up in the classroom, any big special family nights that are coming up in the school. And now that things are beginning to get back to normal, we will have many more of those things to come, more so than we've had the past 2 years. Teachers, am I missing anything about our communications to families?
Well, in addition to all of the things that you've said, we also do a folder. So kindergartners are responsible to bring home their folder and bring it back to school every day. We send their schoolwork. If they have any homework, they will bring it in their folder. Parents can send any notes or anything, any information that they need to send or we need to send. And kindergartners do pretty good at remembering to bring their folder every day.
Yes.
Great. And for any of our families who are second language speakers, it's really important during your application process that you indicate to us the primary language is spoken at home so that we can make sure that my weekly recorded calls, texts, and emails are coming to you in the language that you prefer. So please make sure that you indicate that as well. All right, now onto our school culture and climate. So our mission at Northeast Tacoma is to empower students to be positive change makers in the world. Our vision, which is living out our mission every day, is that we envision preparing 100% of our Northeast Tacoma elementary school students to enter their middle school year as empathetic, adaptable problem solvers who are committed to making this world a better place. Every single one of our Northeast Tacoma professionals will collaborate to empower every Northeast Tacoma student to be a positive change maker by honoring the following commitments. We believe in student engagement coming first each day. Community is key and equity matters. Social emotional learning is foundational to everything that we do. Different students have different needs, and we're very well aware of that and make differentiated instruction an important part of our day each day. Our data and our student data drives our decision making as instructors, and our teachers grow as teams. So we team with you as families, we team with one another as a Northeast Tacoma family, we team with the greater population of Tacoma to get our kids and families everything that they need to be successful in our learning environment and in the rest of their days growing in through Tacoma Public Schools. So we follow our kids into middle school and high school. I know several of our staff attend middle and high school sports events for our former students. We stay connected to our families, which is something that makes NET a very special place. We start each of our days with our Explorer Pledge, which is, I am a Northeast Tacoma Explorer. I follow the Explorer way. I am safe, respectful, responsible. I am a learner every day. And it is the cutest thing on earth to hear all of our kindergartners say that with such conviction each day. They may believe it more than the rest of us, and they definitely live it out. It's a great thing to hear all of our students across the building each morning saying it out loud together. Volunteering in our building. We're finally getting back to a time that is safe for everybody to be returning to the building. I know especially our kindergarten and first grade classrooms, our families really want to be involved in the things that their students are doing, and we love that. So I first want to start with thank you for volunteering. In order to volunteer in our building, there are a few requirements. So our district requirements are that you must fill out a volunteer application and have a background check with the State Patrol. Our COVID requirements are that all of our volunteers must have a vaccine card on file with the school. So if you are interested in volunteering, we just take a copy of your vaccine card. And then how to sign up for us is that at our open house in the fall, this coming fall, we have volunteer application forms, and pretty well the process works with filling out the application, the background check is run. Once that has come through, our office coordinator will call and let you know that your background check is cleared, and all that would be required after that is a vaccine card on file in our office. And then really you just work with your classroom teachers on what times are you available, what times are best for them in the classroom, what kind of jobs you might be interested in. Some parents work and are most interested in volunteering for field trips or special events, and other families have more flexibility in their daytime schedule and might be interested in coming once a week to help cut things out or paste booklets together or whatever the many, many jobs that are needed for kindergarten classrooms to run functionally. And then Beyond the Bell is a program that is district-wide, and it provides before and after school supports in our elementary schools and our middle schools as well, but primarily our elementary schools, so that our kids' day starts before and after the school bell rings. A lot of our families have early mornings that they have to work, and so this provides our students a place right here on our campus where they can start off their day in a safe environment with adult monitors, classmates of theirs, having breakfast, doing fun activities, and then the same goes for after school care. So our before and after school is provided by Schools Out and Metro Parks and Recreation. So Schools Out is the before and after school daycare setting, and that takes place in our gym and lunchroom. And then Metro Parks supports all of our elementary and middle schools with different sports activities, whether it's basketball or baseball, or soccer, depending on the time of year. And those are signups that are found in our office, and they are multiple times throughout the year. So even if you're not part of our Schools Out before or after school care, but your student wants to be a participant in one of the recreational sports, Metro Park supports us with that, and the practices take place right at our school. So that's great. We offer in sports and extracurriculars 5 sessions each year. Again, the sign up is through the family app, and it is pay what you choose. So if you're able to pay the full fee, that's wonderful. If you are not, it's on a sliding scale. So you can pay what it is that you're able to pay, and your student can participate in the sports activities, which is another great way of connecting with their classmates and their school community, and also building that confidence in our kids and sportsmanship and following directions. I know as a coach myself for many years in different sports, following directions and team sportsmanship were some of the biggest areas that we focused on. Kindergarten Jumpstart is an exciting 4-day summer program that helps our incoming kindergarten students feel more comfortable, confident, and ready for their successful school year start. So the dates for this coming year are August 22nd through the 25th. And this is just a half-day program, so it's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students are automatically enrolled in Jumpstart when they enroll in kindergarten. Breakfast and lunch is provided for all students right here at the school, but transportation is not provided. So this is a parent drop-off and pickup only. Again, those dates are August 22nd through the 25th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is not a requirement of our students, but it is strongly recommended. It is a really wonderful opportunity for our students to be in the building by themselves without any other students present, so they don't have the stress of 300 other bigger kids in the building. It's a much more quieter kind of start to the kindergarten year. They get the opportunity to kind of locate their classroom, find their way around the building. They get introduced to where the gym is and where the lunchroom is and where the library is and where the music room is. They get the opportunity to be on the playground and play with one another. They start those skills of lining up and following directions. And of course, they get to have breakfast and lunch with their classmates. So again, it's a new opportunity for a lot of our kids. So it's strongly encouraged. And again, it is an automatic enrollment once you're enrolled in kindergarten. And now we will open it up for any questions from our families.
I think she has to unmute
Okay,
herself.
can you hear me?
There you
Yes.
go. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Wow, I needed my kid to figure this out. No,
That's how it is for us too.
hi. As far as her enrollment goes, as far as what day it starts, everything with teacher, will that be emailed to us eventually?
Yes, so typically what happens is we take all of the enrollments and then we do our kindergarten jumpstart with all of our teachers before we start placing students in classrooms, because kindergarten is a very specific and unusual grade because we've never met most of these students before. So we don't know how they bond with each other. We don't know how they connect with teachers. We're not sure whether or not there are specific students who really can benefit from Mrs. Flores, who speaks both English and Spanish fluently. So we really like the opportunity to use our kindergarten jumpstart as an opportunity to meet our kindergartners for the first time and see how they get along, see a little bit of their personalities before we place them in classrooms.
Okay, got it. And again, that was August 22nd to the 25th?
Yes, ma'am.
And then from 9 to 1?
Yes.
Yes, okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for the
Hi.
question.
Hi, Kabi. Okay, I'm going to try and turn this off. Okay.
It looks like,
Yep.
Is it Lena? I hope I'm saying that correctly. So if you're already in our preschool and you are in our Northeast Tacoma area, you, as far as I know, and guys help me out, it's not an automatic enrollment for any kindergarten student. There's still an enrollment process for everybody, and that's all online now. So even pretty much for our preschool students that are in our local area, that Northeast Tacoma is their home school, we have an idea that you'll be coming, but we still need to verify because due to choice enrollment, some families do choose to take their children to a different school for some reason. I don't know why. Northeast Tacoma is the best place there is. But if that were to happen, then we don't know for certain which school that you would be at. So enrollment is still necessary even if you're currently in our preschool program. Jennifer, yes. So depending on your location, transportation is a funny thing. If you are too close and the transportation department considers you within walking distance, then they do not provide busing. However, depending on the neighborhood and you are a Northeast Tacoma homeschool, then busing is provided. If you are either too close within the neighborhood and is considered walking, then bus is not provided. And if you are not a Northeast Tacoma neighborhood school, then transportation is not provided. I hope that makes sense. It's got to be just right, right? Thank you for that question. We do not follow the same schedule as our preschool. So every Wednesday is late start, but every 5 days a week we are in school, and that's for kindergarten as well. So there are no more days off for kindergarten specifically. They follow the same elementary school schedule as the 1st through 5th grades. The only thing different about kindergarten is they start roughly a week after the rest of the grades do. Is that correct, you guys? That's about the only thing different?
Yeah, 3 days.
Okay.
And then first 3 days we do conferencing with the parents. So. Right.
So the first 3 days of our normal school schedule in the fall, your teachers will be meeting individually with families to do a WA Kids assessment, and that's kind of the jumping off point for each of our students so that we know where our kindergartners reside in that moment and what goals to set for each of them. Our schedule on late start Wednesdays is 10 to 3:30, although right now we are exiting our day for kindergartners at 3:15, and we may continue to do that next year because dismissal just works better that way to have them out earlier than all of the other grades. So late start is 10 a.m. Yes, kinder, first and second drop off and pickup is at the front of the building. Buses are at the rear, and then 3rd through 5th is on the upper hill. You're very welcome. Okay, so that everybody can get on with their evening. I know that you all have little ones, so things are probably very busy. This has been a recorded session, and there will be a link on our school's website so that anybody who was unable to attend tonight or anybody who wants to go back and look through any of the questions that were asked or just look through the slides again, it'll be up for everybody to do that. So if you know anybody who was unable to make it this evening, please do share that information with them. And we look very forward to meeting all of you. Again, one of those slides does have contact information for teachers. So if you think of any other questions throughout the spring and into summer, you're more than welcome to send an email to all 3 of them, and one or more of them will get back to you. I'm certain of that. And you can also always call the front office, and you can ask for me personally, or you can ask any of your general questions, and our office staff will be more than happy to help you with that. Thank Thank you all for joining us this evening. We appreciate all of your time, and we so look forward to working with you and meeting your new kiddos and working with your students for the remainder of their many years coming forward at Northeast Tacoma. Thanks again for joining us this evening. Everybody have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.